Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Paul's Halls. My name is Paul, and this is my hall. I am joined by a special guest, Dolly Parton. If you didn't know, Delaware is a part of Imagination Library. Dolly Parton Imagination Library are trying to get books to young readers. So between the ages of 0 and 5, they will send a free book to you every month, which is amazing. So sign up for that at imaginationlibrary.com. Okay, my friends, let's get to the haul today and see what books we have. First, we have a couple of donations from the Selbyville Science Fiction and Fantasy Society. If you're interested in that, talk to me at the library, because right now there's a membership of 1. So the first one we have is Episode 13. This is by Craig DeLuey. It is about a ghost hunting reality TV show, and they're led by a wife and husband team of Matt and Claire Kirkland, and they go to the Holy Grail for episode 13. It is the Paranormal Research Foundation that a bizarre something happened in the 1970s, and they're going to go and film inside that complex. I think this sounds absolutely a riot, so I'm looking forward to this one. It's called Episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. It is a horror book. Next, we have Emily Wilde's new fantasy book. It's called Encyclopedia of Fairies, a novel by Heather Fawcett. Cambridge professor Emily Wilde is a genius scholar who is writing the world's first encyclopedia on fairy lore. And Emily lives for her work. She really wants to find out everything there is to know about fairy folk. She goes on a mystery to find the fairy folk, and she finds the shadowy forest creatures outside of a hidden town. This is really popular right now, and I'm happy that I'm going to be able to dive into this one. Okay, our first box is some large print books. Our first book is from MC Beaton. This is the large print version of Death of a Traitor. This is a Hamish Macbeth murder mystery. This is a very long-running series that she's been writing for years and years. The next book is from Charles Todd. It is called The Cliff's Edge. This is a Bess Crawford mystery in large print. Okay, the next box is from Baker and Taylor. Not as big a box as usual, but even though the box is small, the books inside will be great. The first book from this box is a contemporary romance. It is called Make-A-Wish by Helena Hunting. Make-A-Wish by Helena Hunting. This is a novel about family, love, and getting second chances at love. Oh, this one I think sounds really interesting. It is called The Minuscule Mansion of Myra Malone by Audrey Burgess. So it is about a woman who blogs and videotapes the stories of her dollhouse mansion across the internet into readers worldwide. What's interesting though is that this mansion ends up being connected to someone in another part of the country in their own mansion. So maybe the dolls are real and that they're real people? I don't know. This is a young adult book. This one is called 6 Times We Almost Kissed and 1 Time That We Did. This is by Tess Sharp. The next book is another young adult book. It's called Spice Road by Maya Ibrahim. And this is an Arabic inspired fantasy book for teenagers. And I think this cover is beautiful. Next, we have Dean Koontz's new book. This one is called The House at the End of the World. Dean Koontz has been writing for a long time, and this one here is actually getting a lot of buzz. So the cover of this one says, in retreat from a devastating loss and crushing injustice, Kitty lives alone in a fortress-like stone house on Jacob's Ladder Island. Once a rising star in the art world, she finds refuge in her painting. The neighboring island of Ring Rock houses a secret, a government research facility. And now 2 agents have arrived on Jacob's Ladder in search of someone or something they refuse to identify. Ooh, something maybe like escaped the research facility? Although an air of menace hangs over these men, an infinitely greater threat has arrived. One so strange, even the island animals are in state of high alarm. Kitty soon finds herself in an epic and terrifying battle with a mysterious enemy. But Kitty's not alone after all. A brave young girl appears out of the violent squall. As Katie and her companions struggle against a dark and eerie landscape, against them is an omnipresent terror that could bring about the end of the world. Very cool. Next, we have a new Stephen Hunter book. He hasn't written a book in a while. This is an Earl Swagger novel. It is called The Bullet Garden. The Bullet Garden. Ooh, this is the legendary origin story of Earl Swagger. So if you've read any Stephen Hunter books, you will want to read this one so that you find out where Earl Swagger came from. Next, we have from Emma Lord. It is called Begin Again. We have a biography from Stephen A. Smith from ESPN. It is called Straight Shooter, a memoir of second chances and first takes. It's funny because he was on First Take. So, yeah. And the last book for today is from Brad Taylor. This one is called The Devil's Ransom. This is a Pike Logan novel. If you've been reading these books, you know what they're about. Spies and fun and action. Brad Taylor's The Devil's Ransom. So those are the books for today. We have a very mixed lot of books today. That is so exciting. And a lot of adult books as well. If you think of any of these as being interesting to read, please place them on hold. I will see you next week for another Paul's Halls. This is the Selbyville Public Library saying, have a great President's Day and an amazing week. See you next time.